Okay, we've made it to mission 8. So, we're gonna equip our magazine 1, the one with the Overture, Gerbera, and Helter Skelter. And that's all we gotta do for now. Alright, I'm gonna charge up my sword here, as you usually do. We're just gonna run past these guys and try not to lose our speed. And when I enter this fight, I'm gonna pick up the Overture here and start charging it. And I wanna hit this dude towards the others. Alright. Get over here. And I'm gonna explode him. And then I'm just gonna finish the other enemies off with this Overture. I'm gonna explode it at the end here. Oh, that wasn't enough damage yet. Alright. So you want to hit him a couple more times before exploding it. Sometimes I actually keep it as a backup for later.
Guess that's my ride.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up the Gerbera here. You can make you can try to make elevators if you get a bad pattern by doing like the high roller with Exceed and then the Gerbera and the air taunts. Like this, but it's kind of... And you can also use it to leave the elevator earlier, but it can be quite risky. It's really easy to mess it up and fall down. So maybe don't do it on your first runs.
Where does this go?
Alright, here we have enemies, so we won't get speed. So we're using our Gerbera instead. I want to avoid that punchline because we don't want it. My movement ain't great here right now, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. I'm gonna air taunt over this and Gerbera, and then here's one of the caches you can pick up. You don't have to pick them up if you have enough orbs, but I'm just gonna do it for the sake of it right now, because chances are you're gonna need it in your first couple of runs.
The only way, huh?
Exceeds. Alright, this encounter. So I'm gonna streak at the beginning to get close to this thing. Kill it, charge the Gerbera, and release it on here. And just finish the enemies off. If you're really lucky, the Gerbera does all the work for you.
This again. Where's it gonna take me now?
Alright, here we want to skip this part again, so we're gonna air taunt and use our Gerbera to get over here. Usually you want to avoid this blue orb. It doesn't really matter if you're on PC and using the load time remover, but if you're on console, you want to avoid the picking up the blue orb because it takes time.
There are no express elevators.
Someone's a lazy architect.
The architect.
I don't know why I sometimes shoot instead of air taunting. That was not intentional. We're gonna pick up the punchline here. And I'm just gonna send it off to do some damage. Wasn't intended. So you just want to roulette spin these guys to death. That was really slow. And then we're gonna use the punchline on this. Ideally you would pull these two... Yep, definitely haven't played this game in a while. You want to pull these two together and attack them at the same time. That's what you use the punchline for. You use it to break their shield. So you can pull them together. And then you usually explode the punchline at the end to kill the last one. So this fight didn't go ideally. It's probably a lot better if you watch like the world record run. Alright, another elevator. Another risky elevator skip. This one isn't as risky because there isn't a gap. With the first elevator, it seems like there's a gap between the elevator and like the wall, so it's easier to fall down the first one. At least in my experience. But alright, so if you're on Special Edition and have your Gerbera GP equipped, you don't have to do this, but in Normal Edition you pick up the Gerbera here. And then we're off to the Urizen fight. So Urizen, again, there's different ways of doing him. As in how you time your Gerberas at the beginning. Because we're gonna use the 2 Gerberas on his shield.
Not for much longer.
We're gonna use them to get up here first of all. Alright, so the way I do it is at the very beginning I streak towards Urizen, and then I'm gonna wait for the attack to like choose a target, and then I'm gonna go a little forward, use my first Gerbera, and then I'm gonna use my second shortly after. So you want to start charging right after you enter the fight. I charge, I do this, I go towards him, I release the first Gerbera, I start charging the second one. Go again close to the shield and release the second one, and I just shoot him. Alright, here I'm gonna charge my Helter Skelter now. Attack the shield, use the Helter Skelter. And just keep attacking. Alright. So the idea here is we want to do damage to his shield so he does more damage to us, because we want to die here in 2 hits instead of 3, which we managed to do. So you just try to do as much damage to his shield there as possible so you die faster. That's the idea. And for that we just keep roulette spinning on the shield and using the Helter Skelter. It's not wise, by the way, to attack like the tentacle thingies that he spawns, because those often have health in them and we don't want to heal. So don't do that. Like after he's like thrown you back, just don't attack anymore and wait for your death. Okay, that was mission 8.